Hello and welcome to another video of Eternal Gains. This is the channel where I show you how to grow your stack in the most sustainable and most efficient way. Today we talk about Liquid Driver. Okay, this is a very interesting protocol and I think it has a bright future ahead of it, and I will also tell you why. Now, what is Liquid Driver exactly? Liquid Driver is basically a platform which strives to provide liquidity, to become kind of a black hole for LP tokens, okay? A black hole for tokens, that's important. Now, what they're trying to do, they are basically after the same concept as Convex on Ethereum. So the relationship between Convex and CRV is basically the relationship between Liquid Driver and, in this case, Spirit right now, but probably it will, widen to be the same for the whole Fantom ecosystem. So right now, what you can do is, if you have some of those Liquor tokens, you can lock them up for a certain amount of time, okay? And therefore, you get some juicy APRs in different tokens. You get liquid this token, you get WFTM, you get Boo, Lin Spirit, and Spell. Okay, you see the different numbers here. Now, this is pretty decent. You basically get a revenue share, and right now it's a 95% APR, which is pretty decent. And you can claim those rewards at any time. And this is the catch. Basically, as longer you lock up your tokens, right, as bigger your share is going to be of the rewards, okay? If you lock it up only for 2 weeks, you get a smaller percentage than if you lock it up for 2 years. Now, why would you lock up tokens for so long, right? I mean, first of all, it's a pretty cool strategy to just, a hands-free strategy. You provide your liquidity, you put your tokens in here, and you just leave them for 2 years. And you don't have to worry about it because you can't get them out anyways. So why worry about it, right? There's nothing you can do. And you collect your nice rewards anytime. So what this can do, it can generate a positive cash flow for you. Of course, the tokens which are locked, they are not liquid, but you can claim all the time the rewards. And if the money what you put in here is big enough, then there will be a nice sum what you can take out, let's say once a week or once a month, okay? So this is a very good strategy to generate passive income. And they have also another feature, Lin Spirit. I covered this already because even Spirit Swap has a similar feature right now. If you come here to In Spirit, then you will see that they have a similar feature. And this feature, as you can see now, is the same thing. You can lock up your Spirit tokens, right? And therefore, you get rewards from Spirit Swap. But here is the same issue like on Curve. If you lock up your tokens, obviously you cannot access them, you cannot trade them. They are basically not accessible for 4 years in this case. And with these things, usually you want to go for the highest possible time lock because this gives you the best return on investment, okay? Now, you can go through here, you can see when is the next block and so on and so forth, and you can see what percentage you will get. And the whole catch about it is that when you lock your tokens, then you can basically vote on the pool weights, the exact same like on Curve, right? You can vote on the pool weights and you can decide which pool should get how much of the Spirit emissions. Liquid Driver came in here and they solved this problem the same way like Convex did for Curve. If you don't know what is Convex and Curve, I have a video about those protocols as well. Just check out my channel. They're pretty informative and you get a good idea what it's all about, right? But basically, what Liquid Driver is doing, they give you the opportunity to swap your Spirit for Lin Spirit, and those Lin Spirit give you the exact same benefits like the locked Spirit, right? Generate in Spirit, so it gives you the same benefits like in Spirit, just without locking your tokens again. This is the brilliance. You can trade this Lin Spirit. It's a liquid token. So you are basically getting the same benefits like locking your spirit for 4 years without locking your spirit for 4 years. That's pretty cool. As you can see, I hopped in here already. So far, I got 9.61 spirit. I just hopped in with a small amount to test it out. And so far, it seems to work pretty nice. Then there is another feature, the so-called bonds. Okay, now what are bonds? Bonds is actually a way for you to obtain cheaper tokens by bonding your tokens to a so-called bonding curve. Okay, now let's load a little second. And you might even already be familiar with Olympus DAO, which is pretty popular at this time. Okay, this takes a little bit to load. Let's come back over here. Now they also have a bridge right here. This is actually the Spirit Swap bridge. So if you have to get any of your assets into the Fantom network, into the Fantom ecosystem, then you can do so with this bridge. Right now, those chains are supported, and you can easily get your money into the Fantom network, into the Fantom ecosystem. Now, back to bonding. As you can see here, you can bond assets on the Olympus Pro market, and then it vests over time. You see this, once you receive a bond, you are able to vest at any time within the vesting period, okay? And then therefore that you are vesting those tokens, right, you get a discount. You get a discount on the token, whatever you want to acquire, okay? Maybe I should do an entire video on the bonding process, how it works. But for now, just know you can obtain cheaper spirit tokens by through the bonding process, okay? Now let's get back to this X-Licker game here, okay? So you can see here, once you locked your liquid driver and received X-Licker tokens, you'll be eligible to claim rewards from the revenue sharing vault every day. Yields collected from our strategy will be redistributed to the vault over time, okay? So now one option is to lock your tokens, your XLQDR, right here for a certain amount of time, and you get those juicy rewards over here. I will not do this for now. What I will do for now is I will farm the token, okay? If you look at the charts right now, it's absolutely insane. I mean, this thing has been on a run here. This is absolutely insane. And this is not without a reason. First of all, this thing has only a 31 million market cap. 31 million market cap in DeFi is next to nothing. It's very, very low. So a 10x, 300 million market cap is absolutely possible here. So keep that in mind. Obviously, it can also fail and can come back down here to $2. Absolutely possible. But with the fundamentals behind this protocol, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it will just increase in popularity. Simply because the concept, okay, of this protocol is the same like Convex on Ethereum. And if you look at the Convex chart, it's up only. I mean, Convex did really, really, really well over the past few months. So I see a similar, I can imagine a similar success for this protocol because it does pretty much the same, just on the Fantom Chain, okay? So what I'm gonna do right now is I will farm some of those LQDR tokens, okay? How am I gonna do it? I will provide liquidity for this pair, LQDR FTM, okay? This you have to do over here on the Spirit side, Spirit Swap. I will just walk you through how this works. So this should be connected already. I don't know why it isn't. Okay, there you go. Now let's come over here to Exchange. And have a look over here. Now what we want to do, we want to provide liquidity, right? Add liquidity. And you want to provide LQDR, and we want to provide FTM, okay? That's what you want to provide. So I need 100% of that. Now, as you can see, it tells me insufficient LQDR balance, but I press 100%, so obviously it's not insufficient. For some reason, I have to delete the last digit here, that it recognizes that the balance is correct. So just if you run into the same issue, delete the last decimal here and everything is fine. Now, when you do this, you have to approve first. I did this already. And now the second step is supply. So we supply FTM and LQDR to the protocol in the liquidity pool. Okay, cool. Fee is okay. Let's do it. Now transaction submitted. Okay, success. And now we come over here. And first of all, we have to approve our tokens. This is always, as I told you, it's always the same game. You have always to approve first and then to provide. Now let's see real quick when I refresh here how many LP tokens I got. It doesn't show me here. Interesting. It should show it to me here. Let's refresh here. And you will know in a second why. I want to know how many I have. Just give it a second to refresh. Liquidity. And it should show me my position right here. Let's see. It's still loading. There you go. So I have 4.1. Wait a second. Here. There you go. LP in your wallet. So I have a total of 24.94 LP tokens. Now I come over here, I approve, and I showed you this trick already in my last video, okay, that we don't have to give these protocols the total control, the limitless permission to spend our tokens. So what you want to do is you come over here, edit permission, you come over here, you put a number in what is like feasible. For me, in this case, I only need what I spent right now, so I do 25. Okay, confirm. So what this does is now I gave the permission to spend my Spirit Swap LP tokens, but I only gave the permission to spend 25 tokens. So if anything goes wrong with this platform, if it gets hacked or anything like that, then basically I have 25 tokens at risk. That's it. They have not the permission to spend a single token more. Okay, now what you want to do is we come over here, we go to stake, we go to the maximum amount, my 24.9, we confirm. The transaction. Okay. Now this is interesting. It tells me that my fee would be this many FTM. We are on the Fantom Chain. Sometimes it's not updating correctly the thing here. So this is pretty interesting. This should not happen. Let's see what is the deal here. Let's give it a little refresh. And let's try this again. Stake, maximum, confirm. Okay, it doesn't want to do it. Interesting. Transaction decoding is not available for chain ID 250. Insufficient funds. Okay, insufficient fund obviously it tells me because this one is extremely high. And therefore I don't have enough FTM in this case. Again, this is not updating sometimes. Let's try this again. Because sometimes you have to update your portfolio. I mean, like reload your balance like this. If you just click on it. And let's try it one more time. If it doesn't work, I need to pause the video real quick and figure out what is the problem. Okay, I'm back in a second. Hello and welcome back to the video. Now, as you can see, I have now my 300 bucks here in the pool, so it worked after all. Now, the issue was that when I edited the spending limit for this website, for some reason, the website don't liked it. So I had to remove the spending limit. Then I had to approve again for unlimited spending, and then it worked. But that's not a big issue because at this point, after we already deposited our stack, we can now entirely remove the spending permission for this liquid driver. Again, if you don't know how to do that, I made a full video on how to secure your MetaMask, and in there you will also find how you can, for example, remove spending limit, unlimited spending limits for certain protocols. If you haven't seen that, check it out on my channel. Either way, now I'm in the pool, I start earning LQDR and I start earning Spirit. The APR right now is pretty juicy at 140%. So what I will do for now is just leave it here and let it do its thing, right? Now, of course, as always, keep an eye on the APRs, and if they change to a very bad rate, then it might be time to jump out of the pool or just look for new opportunities somewhere else altogether. In a future video, I will cover the XLQDR strategy as well. But for now, I am not willing to lock my tokens for 2 years, although the API is juicy. But what I will do instead is first farm some more LQDR with this farming pool right here. And then maybe at a later stage, I will use my earned LQDR to basically lock my earned LQDR, which means I basically lock in there free money. And if I lose it, then pretty much it's not a big deal. And it's also in general, basically a yield farming strategy. What you should keep in mind, it's always best to first farm a token, okay? And then use your farming rewards to do basically the next step, okay? Because like this, we have a double benefit. First of all, we get the token for free. We don't have to buy it. And then we can use our free rewards, our earned rewards to generate even more rewards. And this is basically what farming is all about. Use your capital in the most efficient way. That's the key to the whole DeFi narrative, to the whole DeFi concept. And I hope I could give you a little bit, I could give you some alpha in this video. If you liked it, smash that like button, smash that comment button, write me a comment. Would love to hear from you guys, what you are farming right now, what you are into. And I see you in the next one.